Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG. My name is Dolupo, and I bid you a warm welcome today. It's a very, very wet day in the city of Lagos State. Very, very wet one. If you know, you know. But what doesn't stop us, we're going to be having fun today. We're going to be having all the fun. We're going to be talking about so many things, very interesting things today. First things first. Banks are suing themselves now. In fact, one bank, let me put it like this, one bank is suing 45 other banks. You know, there's update from the Pengassan Rift and the between Pengassan and I won't say between Pengassan. What caused the Pengassan Rift and Dangote staff? That there's an update on that. President Tinubu is asking the Nigerian Senate to confirm the new service chiefs that he called yesterday. Looks like a lot of news, great news is coming from about Nigerian economy. Now, the news is also about the Naira now and a whole lot of other things. There's so much gist in sports. There's a lot of social media gist as well that we'll hope that to get across today at the bar. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us today. My name is Dolupo, and with me in the studio is SR and Just Fola.
Happy Wet Tuesday, everyone.
Yeah, welcome to the Boom Bar.
Now we're going to turn this into a thing.
What? You're the one that's... I did not say happy.
This funny.
Did I say happy Tuesday?
We're going to do this.
I didn't say happy Tuesday.
Stop it.
I'm just reiterating.
They already heard
what you said.
They heard the first time.
I'm just saying.
Happy
Wet Tuesday, guys.
Do you know how that sounds? Oh my god. Oh my god.
You see, you're the one that's going there now.
Oh my god.
I never even said anything like that.
Oh my god. I'm just pointing out.
Dirty minds.
Dirty minds.
This is a live radio show.
I'm just pointing it out. Anyway, first things first, let's just go through a bit of stories before we go through gist today. So, also, for people that are watching us, you could actually send us a message. It is on Facebook or on YouTube. We're definitely going to read out your messages live on air and have conversations about it. But if you also do not feel that you have more things to say and you do not want to type it out, you can actually call us right in studio. It is on WhatsApp. Actually, you could get us on WhatsApp and we'll take your messages or your calls right on air. It is +234 916 7661 +234 916 7661. You could actually put out that for whatever conversation it is that you want to talk about in between whatever it is we're saying. So yeah, let's get right into it. First things first, the president had a meeting with the new service chiefs. There was a lot of conversation about it last week about who the service chiefs, why the president is doing what he's doing at this moment, and it's interesting. Remember, there was conversation of maybe there was a coup or there was not a planned coup or something, and now all of a sudden, a few days after, the president changed the service chiefs. Now, after all said and done, now the president has now sent their names to the National Assembly. We know that they have to be confirmed by the National Assembly, which the president has now done. So just wanted to put that out there. I'm not sure there's so much conversation around that, but anyway, also
there's gonna be something that I also need to chip in, because the timing and everything. A lot of people have pointed out that if he was going to be changing service chiefs based on rumors, or if indeed there was a coup attempt, if indeed there was, that it shows that it's just political for him and it's about his own survival, as against the fact that a lot of people are saying that there's a lot of insecurity in certain parts of Nigeria and it should be more about that. But however, digging a little bit deeper, you find that no service chief will spend an unnecessary amount of time in that position anymore. I think the period that they're going to have is 2 years. 2 years. One of the things that does is that it allows for more people to grow. You know, if you promote someone in cost 40, for instance, everybody that is ahead of him, cost 38, cost 39, they are gone.
They're all retired.
But however, apparently a lot of those guys were going to be retired this year.
So it just works out.
So it just works out perfectly for them in that regard. But a lot of people will say things that they want. But whatever it is, it could be. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that that's one angle to it. A political angle that you're saying is that Christopher Musa, that was removed, has been receiving a lot of visitors in his house up north now. A lot of northern elites have been going to commiserate with him. Commiserate is the word I use deliberately. Now greet they go greet him, sha. But it's funny how you hardly see that happen en masse, save for people actually liked him a lot and they felt that he was a great guy.
Okay, do you want to say something to that? No, okay. Anyway, INEC, that's the Independent National Electoral Commission, has also extended collection of PVC to November 2nd. We know that the elections in Anambra State is coming up in a few days, but they've extended collection of PVCs, hoping that more people will get their PVCs, and it also means that more people will vote. And I think that, I hope that people not just collect PVCs, people actually vote. Because if we cast our mind back to the election that brought in this current Governor Soludo, if you check those numbers, they were not even up to 400,000 votes that made him governor at that time, and that was about an all-time low for a whole state, a governorship election. It was really, really horrible. So I hope that they actually go ahead and not just collect these PVCs, people vote, and we see a reduced amount of voter apathy in Anambra State. Oh, that's nobody's saying anything. Oh, okay. I thought y'all wanted to say something about that. Anyway, also since we're on politics, the APC as delegates has unanimously affirmed Governor Oyebanji as Ekiti Governorship candidate. That's for the APC.
So what it did is that they more or less made it impossible for any other APC candidate to pick a form or say that they were going to contest against the incumbent, the governor of Ekiti. Interesting. It shows how powerful the party is, that they could prevent people within the party from contesting. So what is left now is to see who or whom will come out
who challenges him from the
other parties.
Yes, on that matter. Also, now let's switch a little bit, and let's still talk about parties. But the ADC, which is one of the opposition parties now, is now talking about that the federal government is manipulating food prices for political gains. We know for the past few days, one of the conversations that the federal government was talking about was the drop in prices around a lot of food prices and how inflation is dropping. Now the ADC is saying that they are doing it purposely just so as to look good.
Okay, so the little I know and understand about Nigeria's economy, right about this time, food actually goes up. Towards the end of the year, most of the food items go up. That's a fact. We all know that, don't we? So there's definitely something happening. If it's manipulation, I don't know. But if you take a look at it, let's be practical in our thinking. How do they manipulate? Like, are they going to...
So what they're also saying is that in another vein, that some of these things are just conjectures, that people are still suffering and there's still a lot of issues around.
Yeah, but let's stay focused on the matter of food prices first. How do you manipulate food prices? Do you maybe give people money and say, look, we subsidize it, just sell it at a lower price? I'm sure people won't keep the government's secret. We know what they did. One of the major things that they did was that they had noticed that even with all the investments that Buhari's government had done, especially in rice production, we ramped up production of rice, but the cost of rice went up. And one of the things that the government noticed was that people were hoarding these things, and they were exporting locally processed rice and rebagging and importing it as foreign. That's what was happening. A whole lot of that was happening. So what the government did was create competition by opening up the borders. The borders had been shut before to encourage people to buy local. You get? So this government said, you know what? Local, foreign, let everybody, if you have the money, bring it in.
Yeah.
You get? There's a new law that they are trying to pass now that will regulate rice importation and all of that. They want to set up one. I think today it was read on the floor of the house. So
anyway,
so basically, whatever it is, I think what the government did was to allow the market forces determine. So I personally don't agree with anything that the ADC has said.
Anyway, we'll see where all that is going to. On another angle, according to CBN and banks now, Naira seems to have gained further on the dollar. That the Naira seems to have been steady. Now it looks like it's gaining. So which will say that that's a good thing. However, now since we're talking about banks, there's a very interesting story that happened where Lotus Bank, who is a bank in Nigeria, is suing 45 other banks. And now what they're saying is that you might be wondering why. So they're saying that as far back as 2024, there was an incident a particular day where there was a glitch in their own system that caused people that own accounts in their banks to withdraw money as more than what they have in their account. To apparently maybe some people found out and they decided to exploit it. Okay, so let's take for example, I had 700,000 in my account, and I decided, I want to transfer money to my, let's say, Zenith Bank, and then I realized that I could withdraw as much as 2 million naira from my Lotus Bank account and moved it. They're saying that particular glitch, that they cost them about 1.13 billion naira, and that banks, all these, and so people moved money to 45 banks. Name all the most most deposit money banks, most microfinance banks. People moved their monies there, and that these banks did not block people's accounts.
Well, were they aware that this was happening in the first place?
Now at this point. So what they're now saying is that they're going to the court asking that all these banks should block, and then whatever damages the banks should pay to whichever bank it is, the banks should pay them back that money.
I think that's pretty fair. Yeah.
Okay, so it's funny how
well, it's not the bank's fault now.
Yeah, it wouldn't, but
a glitch. What kind of glitch would make me
have more money,
have access to more money than I have my account?
Nigerians are.
So again, let us assume and agree that it was a glitch, not a bug, not a hack. Let's say it was a glitch. So this glitch now sent me a message to say, SR, you have 5 million in Lotus Bank, but you can withdraw more than that. How would you know? Do you understand? You can't just say because, except the information was put out by some people. So that's what I'm saying. Was it a glitch, or was it some kind of hack that some people had found a way to breach the system and moved money and started spreading the word like, say if you withdraw more than your balance for Lotus, and the people who knew about it started moving money to other accounts. But unfortunately for them, money leaves a trail.
Yeah.
Money leaves a trail. So it's not possible for you to have had a balance of 5 million and moved out 10 million and expect Lotus Bank to just sit back and say, you know what? Don't worry, it's your birthday, you can enjoy. Lie. So their grouse with the banks will be that, they have this internal communication that they do. The money goes through clearing and all of that. So their grouse with the banks will be that I'm assuming that they quickly notified all the banks on their platforms to say, look, we're going through this problem. Can you please block all transactions from our end?
At this point, it's possible they did, because if after a year we're still having this conversation and they're now saying that banks did not, it's not the bank's fault.
That would be the only valid reason for them to sue, if they already notified the banks about
exactly.
It
So why does the other bank now has to pay for your damages?
The only reason why the bank should pay for your damages.
Exactly.
Yeah, because again, I don't know. I thought there was honor among thieves. Sorry.
Really?
Sorry. It was a slip of thought. I thought there was honor among banks. So why would you notice that there's something shady and you won't act appropriate? It could happen to your own bank
but
now.
You know that if we're talking about 45 different banks in one day, they might not notice.
That's a lot of money.
No, like, you don't understand. No, 1.13 billion naira across 45 banks. They say over 700 people. Is actually, when you break it down, it might not be a lot of money. So they might not know how much. Okay, I have 2 bank accounts, except maybe the other bank, maybe now through BVN, actually goes looking out for how much I have in another person's account. They might not know how much you have in that other bank.
It will probably take a lot of work, but they can track our transfer history.
That's what I'm saying. But at the point when the person was sending it to another bank and probably withdrawing it, they probably didn't think there was something wrong. Why?
No, but that's not what we're saying. We're saying that when it had happened and these banks had received this money, at that point in time, the next step was to ensure, I think it's a do not post or PND or something like. There's a tag that you put on a bank.
So that's the thing.
Account.
As at the time the money is hitting the other bank's account, they might not know there's a problem.
But they raised it. That's what we're saying.
Beyond
that, it's not too late though. I'm saying that. Okay, there's this funny story that's gone viral now. A guy said that he sent money to someone's OPay account, and the instant he noticed it, immediately he called. You know, OPay is people's phone number, and some guy sounded like someone from a part of Nigeria. Said, look, if you like, go and tell the president, go and tell Tinubu, I'm not going to give you your money back.
Were you expecting the money before? You're not a thief.
So he said when the guy did that, he quickly went, called his bank, sent them a DM on Twitter. They told him what to do. You know, I think he uses Access Bank. He sent money to OPay. He went to get an affidavit the next day. He went through the whole process and he got his money back. Now, they had blocked that guy's account pending that time. You get. When he got his money back, he said the guy called him. He said, that why will he do that? That he wants to pay rent on Wednesday. And that's why he was keeping the money there so that he could pay his rent, that his landlord is going to chase him out. I'm like, you even have liver to
so that's what I'm saying.
Tell them the reason why you stole his money.
Their bank.
All of this,
at that point, maybe because of the issues.
All of this took 2 weeks. This is a year after. So I'm saying that banks are supposed to help themselves also to say, okay, now we get your message. These people moved monies to us illegally, so we are going to block them too. That's the only way you can stop crime, when they know that the banks would not protect them.
Yeah, but how are you also sure that people that
another bank has written you to say, look, we noticed this thing on our platform, block this account? That
can I say something though? What I'm saying is, someone that wants to steal money moves the money to another bank, gets to the other bank and withdraws all that money. So what account are you blocking?
You can still be able to find that money.
What if you find the account? You don't understand my point. Okay, what if you find the account of the person? The person at the point where Lotus Bank is telling this other account, and the person had withdrawn the money
and
out
not able
of
to provide it.
So
you
do you understand? Even though you block that account, at this point,
there are other repercussions that you can face.
Exactly, but it's not on the receiving bank anymore. That's what I'm saying.
But this scenario that you have painted, is one out of 1 million possible scenarios. Do you understand? I'm just saying, and I didn't know we were going to spend this much time on this. I'm saying that this is where the transaction generated or was started from. This is where it terminated in 45 different banks. The bank that got hit for 1.something billion sends a message to all those banks, even if it's months after. That CEO, these transactions are illegal, even if it's a year after. Those monies have been stolen. It's on the bank that they send the message to help them by tracking those people. To, okay, let's first of all block all these accounts. Oh, this person actually has plenty money in his account, so you can. They help themselves now. So I'm surprised in this particular scenario.
Anyway, we'll see where all that matter is going to. But we're still talking about a lot of issues and business basically. Now, another very interesting matter that happened a few weeks ago, that is an update on it, is the Dangote Refinery and its engineers that was sacked. So we know that it was the sacking of these people that caused the matter with Pengasan and all that. But there's an update quickly on something we had talked about earlier. The Nigerian Senate have now officially announced that the service chiefs are going to be screened tomorrow, Wednesday. Now, moving on from that, now back to Dangote. Now, Dangote Refinery, we know that one of the issues why Pengasan had gone on the strike is saying that you cannot lay off 800 and something people, blah, 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 because they're supposed to join Pengasan and all that. And one of the resolutions they had was that they were going to reabsorb them as Dangote group of companies, not specifically Dangote Refinery. So now the update is that apparently Dangote Refinery are now re-employ these engineers, but they have now moved them to different companies. Some of them have been posted to Borno State, some in Zamfara, and some in Benue State. They're saying that their places, some have been moved to a coal mine in Benue, another concrete road construction site in Borno and Ebonyi. Some people rice plants in Kebbi, Niger, Sokoto, and Zamfara State, and they had asked them that they should report in their new places of assignment within 14 days or lose their jobs. My first question is, so it looks like they're not going to be in Pengasan anymore.
I don't think
that's Pengasan's problem.
I don't think,
because Pengasan was fighting for them now.
yeah.
And what Pengasan was fighting for is that they get jobs back. I know that Dangote had said that, it's not going to affect the salaries, but now they're no longer members of Pengasan anyway.
I think you can see this in two ways. You can see it as a restructuring, as Dangote has put it, and you can also see it as a type of punishment for after all the things that have happened. Because imagine you working in Dangote Refinery,
which is in Lagos,
and you're most likely living in Lekki, VI, and you're now posted to a coal mine in where? In Benue. So,
are you saying that there are no Lekkis and VIs in Benue? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's not what I'm trying to say.
Are you trying to say that the people in Benue are not grooving?
Compared to your previous settlements, I can definitely say that living in Lekki would be a very more comfortable place to live in. So it looks like a punishment to me.
So beyond that, another angle, fantastic angles that you brought, and I think I agree with the two angles that you looked at. But another angle is that there have been reported issues of sabotage, at least 15 or 20. Who can sabotage you except people who have access? You think that someone that I said don't join union, that joins union, shuts down my business and a whole lot of things that I've not recovered from even weeks after, will now come back and I'll still say, welcome
back,
welcome, Daddy Shoki, welcome. Oh yeah, go.
So at this point, Pengasan cannot even vex anymore because at this point they have been reabsorbed.
You are part of a group, remember? You work for a group.
It's a group. It's just one company. The man has a group of companies.
Take that to Dangote Sugar. There's nothing anybody can do about it.
This man was playing chess.
Well,
and they were playing checkers.
Yeah, they were playing checkers, man.
Checkers. More like snake and ladder. Checkers. No, let me say that one. Checkers is very, very. It can be a very mind. What's it called? Don't insult checkers.
Okay, they were playing. Even X and No 2 safe is a.
It's a very.
It's a mind taxing.
It's snake and ladder. It's whatever you do
let's
that
call it
you
that.
move. What's that? Don't insult checkers at this point. Anyway. It's very interesting, but still, let's stay with Lagos as former Labour Party governorship candidate and ADC person now, Rhodes-Vivour, has now slammed Lagos State, saying that Lagos State, the demolitions that happened in Lagos State, some of them at night at Oro Shoki, that the state does not have empathy and that they are breaching court order and blah blah blah. And it looks like Lagos State will always have this conversation. Why I brought this matter up was that a few days ago, I don't know if you saw it on social media, where people were complaining. I think it was a state in the southeast,
Anambra State, demolitions at night.
Buildings were being demolished at night. My question is, why is there no conversation around it? It's almost like as if, and nobody can say that because it was there on social media.
Yeah.
Like, take for example, we probably don't follow the same set of people and all, but we all saw that story.
Yeah.
How come it's only Lagos? That's when everybody seems to get an erection, when it's time for Lagos.
Lagos is the star city of Nigeria.
And I don't have a problem with
yeah.
with criticizing what Lagos does. My own is,
It happens
why
in other
why
places
can't
too,
we have the same energy?
when it comes to other
Well,
places.
I'll leave that to you guys and focus on one aspect of this. And the aspect that I'm going to focus on is it true that the Lagos State government actually breached a court order? Was there really a court order that said, don't go ahead with the demolition? You know, then you now even went ahead to do it at night also? Or was it that they were already there, the demolition started during the day and they didn't stop even when it got dark or whatever? Regardless of that, you cannot have a government breaching its own laws, and that's not going to stand. So Lagos needs to speak to that there is no court order that stopped them from bringing down those structures. I also know that yesterday they started paying, was it yesterday or 2 days, they started paying compensation to a lot of people in that Oroshoki axis, the people who were affected. One of the things that people must realize is that the law is the law. If you find yourself in that situation and you do not have proper documentation, you are not entitled to any compensation.
Yeah.
So again, in building houses and buying houses or buying land and getting involved in property, please, I beg you, before you spend so much money, invest a little bit in doing a proper search at the lands ministry. You know, get your QS or your surveyor or your architect or someone who knows about land to help you check out the status before you go ahead. Because again, bad as it bad, if your house is evaluated at a certain amount, it's better than not getting anything at
all. It's a very, very sad matter. Anyway, let's move on from that quickly. And before there are quite a number of things that I want to talk about. Actually, with sports, there's a lot of stories. But the House of Representatives right now has now said that they're going to weigh in into the allegations of the Nigeria Football Federation. For the past couple of days now, there's been a lot of allegations about the monies that have been paid to NFF by FIFA. And the allegations of mismanagement of funds. In fact, there was a subtle conversation about how the same amount of money was sent to Kenya and Nigeria to build stadiums, and we saw what Kenya built with $1.2 million and what Nigeria came up with in Kebbi State and all that. And in fact,
so
FIFA decided to use that picture as their.
I know a little bit about Nigerian sports. A little bit, just small. The stadium in Kenya was not built with FIFA's money. People are just doing propaganda. Now, sadly, it will look like I'm defending the NFF. I am not, but I just like facts. Someone wanted to cause trouble by putting those two pictures together. That's that. So that stadium is valued at over 10 million or thereabout dollars, and it was built by the Kenyan government.
Okay.
Not with FIFA's
money.
Grant. 2, that thing in Kebbi, it was 2 that they were supposed to build, one in Delta and one in Kebbi. We've had stuff like that from time to time. The Go project in Abuja, the legacy pitch at the National Stadium in Surulere are all FIFA assisted projects. And from time to time, you get those grants and you're supposed to spread those things. However, I do not think that what I saw in that picture of the burning Kebbi Stadium in quote would be worth
$1.2 million.
Yeah, I do not think so. But until a quantity surveyor comes to speak about it, I won't jump on it. How can you? What if it did? What if the cost of the land, the padding, like the one in Delta now, it's going to be built or supposed to have been built in a waterlogged place. The bad thing about the Delta one is that, you know, the immediate past chairman of the FA is from Delta. And so people are saying he basically took it to his village. He said they should go and build it in his village. Well, people in his village will play football too, but you are supposed to be a leader, be selfless, and look for the places where also needed to.
Yeah.
But so if the NFF is going to be probed, I want to beg the House of Reps, please do not interfere in their day-to-day running. FIFA frowns at it. The instant they feel any form of government interference, they are going to suspend Nigeria completely from all footballing activities. And what that means is that for another 2 to 4 years, Nigeria will not be able to participate in any international football. Even the local one that you play would not be recognized.
Yeah.
So please probe them. I want you to probe them, but do not interfere in their day-to-day running. Let them keep running the affairs of the game while you probe the past and the present.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that Nigerians will be interested.
Anyway, FIFA has also now launched the second phase of ticket sales for FIFA World Cup. So for people that want to go to 2026 FIFA World Cup, it's time to open a new game to buy your tickets.
Yeah, three countries are involved: Mexico, Canada, and the USA. It's going to be a very interesting World Cup where people would have the chance to transverse across 3 countries. You know, watching a game in America today, then 2 days after watching another game in Canada, then going to Mexico. You know, it's going to be plenty fun. I'll ignore the other part that
I was going to say that saying. You seem to be ignoring that part.
I will ignore
anyway, talking about it.
Guess what? Anything can happen.
It's 2026. It's still 2026.
You heard this year. Anything can happen.
Yeah. So still talking about it. I think it's almost official that Lionel Messi is going to be playing in this World Cup again.
Why does she keep talking as if she doesn't know that that's a given?
Until he retires. The other day, I saw a clip of this man. This 36-year-old man. Messi.
He's almost 40.
He's 38.
He's 36.
No, he's not 35, 36.
Just destroying people.
He's almost 40.
In America. Breaking legs.
Why are we doing this?
See,
when are we going to get... Like, do you really... you know that the new list of FIFA's FIFA Pro 11 nominees... Messi and Ronaldo are still on the list.
As long as they are alive,
they're still on the list.
So I think, Fola, you just hit the nail on the head. The mistake that Dolupo is making is a mistake a lot of people are making. You're looking at the fact that they've been around for about 20 years and you think they should be done with, right? But if they are not performing optimally, you see those 2 clubs, regardless of the fact that they're in the US or in Saudi Arabia, they will not be anywhere. You know, the funny thing is, even their countries, you get like the guy. Did you see Ronaldo's last 2 games for Portugal? Do you think that guy is 40?
As long as they are still playing football.
And again, you know, if you look at what happened when Zlatan Ibrahimovic went to England to play football with Mourinho, and they were talking about his age and his biological age, and he was way younger than his real age. The way he has kept his body, and that's what Ronaldo is. And I think Messi too, because the guy lives very healthy and all of that. So please, let's not kill their careers until it's over. As long as they can play well.
Anyway.
And they are playing very well.
Anyway, talking about it, let's come down to Nigeria, where Governor Dapo has gifted the Super Falcons 50 million naira again. They're still going to play in Abeokuta.
This afternoon. Against Benin Republic. The
stadium in Abeokuta, or the stadium in Ogun State, it is in Abeokuta. It seems to be getting a lot of buzz now.
You know what they say now? If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to play there. Looks like that's even where the Super Falcons, the past couple of months, have been playing all their home games. So he's gifted them another 50 million naira. You know, just.
But I just want to call on the governor. Some athletes are rumbling. This is not verified. That from the sports festival, that they're still expecting something.
Oh, okay. So we'll see.
So you can just use the same
energy, yeah. And,
if it is true,
if it's true. But before we leave the matter of sports, there's a very interesting conversation that has been happening, and this is in the Premier League. Now, this conversation has got a lot of people talking, and it's the matter of having just played 9 games. A lot of clubs being, I won't call it relegated, I'll call it written off, and a lot of stories about whether looks like Arsenal is going to take the league conversation. Now, there are a lot of conversations around it. Number one, that looks like Arsenal is winning all their games. 2, that they're winning because of set pieces. There's also the conversation that it looks like Chelsea, Man City, and even Tottenham, everybody seems to be dropping the ball at this one, and even Liverpool, and it looks like everybody has been written off. We're going to match day
10.
38, and we're still in match day 9 at this point.
Yeah.
Number one, is it too early to be talking about it at this point? Could anything happen? And does it really look like, is Arsenal, and then there's the conversation of, is Arsenal's title to lose? It's still match day 9 at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is definitely still very, very, very early to comment. But I will also say Arsenal have one of the best squads in the league, number one. Number two, they've had a coach that has been around for how long? Years. He has been building this up until this point. Even last year, there were a couple of seasons where we thought that it was Arsenal season. This season, where it looks like they have the best squad, one. Number two, other teams are either in transition or they are just not performing as well. Two, it feels like it's Arsenal's to lose. At this point, match day 9, there's a long way to go. But for now, I don't think there's any other reason why you could think that Arsenal shouldn't be winning this thing. Like,
apart from when Leicester City won the Premier League, virtually every other team that has won it, it is at this stage that people start to say these guys are looking like title contenders. Nobody waits for match day 24 or 28 or 32, even if it's going to go down the wire. You're looking at a team that has the potential, and Fola, you already highlighted everything and the historical background to it, knowing that in the last 3 seasons Arsenal has finished in the top 2. That's a big deal. Now, finishing top 2, top 3 is that Man City won, Liverpool won,
and they were both outstanding in those seasons,
and Arsenal was there. And if you look at the number of points that Arsenal got,
they weren't too far off.
They could have actually won the league in a different year or a different season. If you had all of that together and look at the amazing support that Arteta has, yes, they are title contenders and it's their own league to lose. And I'm telling you, if he doesn't win it this season, they should kick him out. I have been talking about how I think he should be given time, and he was given time, and he has gotten to this point, and he has the best squad. He has the best squad in the Premier League. Player for player, look at that Arsenal team and tell me which player you don't want in your own team.
And as for the case of Arsenal using set piece to win games, first off, football is going back in time.
Yeah,
that's my own. Throw-ins, long throw-ins they are making a major comeback. I think it's been like 2-3 seasons now.
They're back fully this season.
Teams are utilizing the long throw. First off, I want to say that Arsenal, when they were first coming up, they were one of the highest scoring teams in the Prem. When other teams realize that, Arsenal is now good and they know how to score goals, they adjust to the game plan of sitting back. Now it's left for the coach to figure out a way of scoring goals. If you're not going to be able to break down a team that is parking the bus for 90 minutes, you have to find other ways. Set piece is another viable option of scoring goals, and is one of the, I won't say it's the easiest, but for Arsenal it's looking like one of the easiest ways to score goals. So a goal is a goal. It doesn't really matter how you get it.
So at this point, the conversation is it that, okay, there's nothing wrong with it, and maybe other teams at this point find ways to either find a way to defend it or score your own?
Both of them. Find a way to defend it and find a
set
way
piece
to
is
score.
not a part of football anymore.
They are.
So why it's funny. It's just like boxing, and someone likes to use the 1-2 jab and another person likes to do the rope-a-dope, and you're saying he likes to do rope-a-dope too much. Is it not a boxing move?
It is.
And uppercuts not allowed in boxing anymore.
Working.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So every aspect of the game, as long as it's not illegal, that is being deployed, is okay. It's for you, like you said, to find out. So you see, I just think that people are beefing us now. That's what I see. I just see that people are hating on them because they are looking like a team that you can't beat. And everybody's look. It's been about 18 years or thereabout, if I'm not exaggerating. I hope I'm not getting the numbers wrong.
Since Arsenal won the league?
Yeah, it's been so long In fact, since Twitter started, Arsenal have not won the league.
You said that.
So, I'm not trolling. I'm being factual here.
I know.
No Arsenal player or fan or coach has been able to tweet, "We won the league, Champions League or whatever." Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what this means is that people are used to trolling them and poking fun at them.
Now
Next
they're
season,
finding
FC, Butlers FC, whatever. They call them all of that. So they're finding it hard now to say that this same team is actually about to break all of that. Man United, from the 70s through the 80s, into the 90s, into the 2000s, had a banner that would remind people of how Man City had not won anything. They had a banner that they used to bring to Old Trafford, and they used to renew that banner every season. Poking fun. You can Google up this story. Poking fun at Man City, the blue side. Who is going to poke fun at who now?
Amazing time.
If anybody wants to poke fun, is it United or City?
Yeah.
So take your stone.
So now, still going back to that conversation and looking at after just playing 9 games, yeah, are we also now going to say that we're going to write off Chelsea? Okay, looking at the table now, there is Bournemouth. There's I think is it Sunderland in top 4, yeah, and all that. Are we going to speak? Personally, I don't think that. I might be wrong. You know, we might be seeing another Leicester pull off, but I don't think that they're title contenders at this point. I don't think both are. I think that they're going to do well, but I don't think that they're going to go as far. So I'm still looking at the conversation of Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City. I'm maybe even not going to add United to this point. I don't think that they would drop as much as they did last season. I think they're getting better. I think that it's a team that, come watch me, I might be wrong, would at least break into the top 10 this season.
Yeah, top 10 is definitely.
I think that it's a visible thing. So I'm going to talk about the usual that we've seen in the last 2-3 years. Liverpool, Chelsea. City. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And are we also going to say that is it still too early? Take for example Liverpool. The way they are dropping points rapidly. In the past, I saw a stats, I think 2 yesterday, that's saying that in 4 week games ago, they were leading Arsenal with I think 5 points.
Yeah.
Here they are. They've dropped to another 7 points down, meaning that they've not won a game in the last 4 weeks. Yeah? Now, if we look at that, Chelsea and Man City in my books seems to be the same thing. They win today, they drop tomorrow. The game you think they win, they will not win. The game you think they will lose, they will pick it up, and then they're very flip-floppy. Are we going to also write them off now because it's just 9 games away?
Nobody's writing them off. For instance, Man City went on a 9-game spree. You understand? They didn't lose. You get? So they don't even fall into that category of teams that might not win. You get? So, of course, they are title contenders also. Serious title contenders. Liverpool losing 4 games on the bounce does not mean they are not title contenders. It's still early doors, like they say. But the bottom line still remains that Arsenal are top of the pack.
I think one of the reasons why I would say, compared to the other 2 top clubs that are in the title race, Arsenal they have a core of a squad that have been there for the past 2, 3, 4 years. So it's like they've been building up to this point. While City and Liverpool, they are in a bit of a transition. Liverpool's core team
is still there.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, but it's no longer balanced with the new players that they brought.
It's not balanced. They have 2 new strikers that they didn't really need in the first place. They have Trent Alexander-Arnold had a huge impact on Liverpool last season, and we are not seeing that.
For 19 seasons.
For all the times that he has been there. And we're just seeing it now. So it's like they are in a transitional period. So I don't think, even with how world-class their squad is, they haven't gelled together yet. They really haven't. And more so the fact that they still have the core of the same team that they had last season.
But also look at Chelsea.
Well.
Chelsea won the Club World Cup. Would you say it was luck? Because after winning Club World Cup, and not just winning Club World Cup, beating a PSG 3-0 that won And you cannot argue with the fact that even up until now, like is where, okay, I will say that look at PSG, look at Arsenal coming from last season. Yeah. I think it was PSG that defeated Arsenal in the
I think
it was semi-finals of the. Do
something.
you understand? So
Yeah.
looking at coming from last season and the kind of things that they did, yes, maybe Chelsea didn't do so well in, but they won the Europa League. It's not Europa, Conference League, and they went ahead to even win the Club World Cup, defeating PSG. You would have thought that they were coming into this season with a bang.
You would have thought that.
And then you now
It's the
wonder, like,
case.
what's happening?
I think
Why is it still
Chelsea's-
too early days for you to want to just...
Chelsea have, number one, they have a number of players that haven't been in the Prem for a long time, and they are not used to it. That's one. Number two, their coach isn't. I don't think he really. Sorry, Cole Palmer is one of the main reasons why they are not performing well. Sorry, he's not in the squad right now, have you? Cole Palmer.
What should that really be?
Oh yes. Yes.
Because if you're looking at that, then we'll say that's one of the issues with City too. Because now, City, once Haaland is not scoring, nobody scores.
That's the thing. Pep will find a way around that. What's his name?
But it's a wrong move, isn't it? A wrong thing.
It's a wrong move, but that's the situation that they are in right now. Cole Palmer last season had about, if I'm not mistaken, about 30 plus goals and assists for Chelsea, and he was their leading scorer, their leading assister.
Yeah.
Anytime they have an attack, it's Cole Palmer, and he's not there right now. So their star man is missing, and they don't know how to move forward from that. I mean, this is trying. Maresca is trying his best, but he hasn't figured a way to move forward from losing Palmer. That's my own thoughts, and I don't think next 2, 3, 4 seasons, I don't even think Chelsea will be there yet. I don't think Maresca is going to be there by the end of this season.
This season, yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll definitely follow the matter. Basically, I'm more of a team. Take each game as it goes.
Yeah. It's only Arsenal that you should have an expectation that they should be winning every
But why
single
do we
game.
need any expectation from anybody?
Me
else?
personally, because I believe.
Why
all
does
the things
Dolupo
that I've
keep pushing
said-
back when people are stating the
I'm
obvious
all the
I know.
things
I
that
get
I
your
have
about
point.
said.
Arsenal?
I
Arsenal
get your
have
point.
to.
I get
Arsenal
your point.
have to.
I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on from that, and what I just wanted to talk about one gist. There's a particular gist that I don't know if you did not see it on social media. I don't know. Little bit of background. 2 friends are here. One is married. And then husband and wife break up. However, this other friend is friends with husband and wife. They're divorced. Everybody is on their own. Number one, she's still friends with both of them anyway. As good luck to both of you doesn't mean, which I think is not a bad thing. However, she now goes ahead to introduce another of her friends to her friend's ex-husband. The ex-wife now gets angry and decides to go on a WhatsApp page or WhatsApp group that they all are on and releases her friend's nudes on that group. Of course, and you know the way people do. People pick it, start sharing it, and it's all over social media. Note, NB. These people are in their 50s.
They're in their 50s. My own, I don't even know where to start from. I genuinely don't know where to start from.
Okay, there's a whole lot to unpack here.
Yep.
The first thing is, why does anybody have anybody's nudes on their phone?
God, we bless you.
You're both
God,
women, so
women.
We've had this conversation off air.
And I was
as to
like,
why?
what? Isn't it just wild?
why would you have your guys nude on your own phone?
Yeah.
Like,
Remember I said, like, it's
Yeah.
just
Why?
wild. It's just
crazy.
wild.
okay, this might be wrong, but maybe your guys' wife's nudes.
No. See, nobody should be having anybody's private.
You don't even understand.
On their
I'm-
phone.
No, at least
I
if
know.
you're going to have anybody's news, let it be the opposite sex.
Do you understand? So, but of
Chickens.
course, I'm just saying, why should you have that? That's one.
What kind of
But-
nonsense friendship
but-
do you people
But the thing about it is that you and someone were married, and you are no longer married.
Why are you claiming?
Move on now.
Why are you claiming your ex-husband?
You, on the other hand, why are you the one to introduce woman.
No. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Excuse me, please.
Okay,
Please,
sorry.
Everybody has their own opinion.
But also,
I've not stopped you from my own opinion is you didn't talk, so
Okay,
that's why I'm talking.
Talk.
I'm
Someone
not
is married to someone, married, and they are no longer married. Yeah, the man does not have another person to pimp woman for him or get wife for him. It's you that is friends with both of them.
But they could be like childhood friends. So
okay, Motigbo, I have heard. My own is that I don't think it's right that you're the one that is between both of them. Maybe you're even the reason why they have scattered their marriage. Yes.
That's if they could not they could not decipher that, then it means that there's no point them being married.
Now, for the woman, divorce now divorce. Break up now break up.
Why are you holding on?
Move on. Two-Face talk say you know they do again. He went to meet Natasha and he moved on. Everybody is living their life. I see her in private jet. I see her in party. There's Wasiu singing. She's living her life. So once you guys have terminated your contracts, please don't look back.
Don't lay claim to anybody.
Don't look back. It's no longer your husband. You understand? It's not your husband. But again, the ability for people to date within the same circle amazes me. Like, I would rather that you move out of that circle.
Yeah.
It's even for the guy. For the guy, like,
definitely.
okay, so this is your wife, your ex-wife.
Yeah.
This is your ex-wife's friend.
Yeah,
then your ex-wife's
actually,
friend.
There's no need to be still
You understand?
dancing in that
So-
circle. Yes,
so-
I agree.
I'll just move out completely. Like, oh, you know what? It was nice knowing you guys. We still
Are
be
you
friends.
saying
I'm
that
going.
you don't have,
You're gonna find
you
woman.
can't find woman anywhere else?
Why does it have to be a woman that your
That your
woman
friends
knows?
So now,
That's not it.
now that is my issue. Even though I get your angle, there's number one thing that I said. Number one, why does a woman, keep in mind, this is 50-something-year-old. I'm not sure I would berate people. People love their bodies that much, which is a good thing. I don't know why a 55-year-old man has nudes. It doesn't make sense to me. But I will not berate you for having it. Now, why the hell does your friend have it? If y'all are not in the multicolored group, why?
I told you this before that some
It's
women,
still wild.
It is wild.
It doesn't change the fact that it's
It's
wild.
definitely wild. It's
Some women
crazy.
what?
They share. I've met girls my age group that they told me that they are in group chats where they send it, and I'm like, what does that do?
That used to happen a lot during
But
the days
I
of
can't
BlackBerry.
explain that.
Girl
I
groups
can't.
and they said
Not necessarily girl groups, even
No,
groups
like
that have
is it close
all genders.
friend group.
Yeah.
The ones that are met, they are like
What?
just.
Who
a
are the
close
people that you
group
people
of
know?
friends.
Because
I don't know.
I'm not sure I know anybody.
My own problem is why are these 55-year-old
Then
women
you're
acting
old.
like
So
teenagers?
So you know, one of them wanted to go and do a BBL, and he was talking to the other one's friend who knows a doctor. So like, please let me forward this to the doctor so that he would advise me appropriately. Then she gave her the picture, and she now kept it. She didn't know she was going to keep it on her phone
Valid.
to use it for a day like that.
That's not valid.
Omo,
Don't say valid.
that's one
Don't-
point.
don't say
I just,
valid.
that's one point.
There are so many
Don't-
reasons
do not
why
say
that could have
valid.
happened.
Yeah.
that
Say
we can't
valid.
explain.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing.
valid.
You can't
I'm not-
explain. It's not
Yeah,
valid.
You can't explain it, but
Very, very valid. Very, very valid. I'm a spin doctor.
Don't do that.
Call
It's
me,
not valid.
people. We know how to.
It's not valid.
We spin it.
Now,
It's
again,
very
we're
valid.
not removing the fact that you have an issue with your friend, which people have issues. I don't think that
But sharing
conflicts
it on a WhatsApp
conflicts
group with other
you
people.
you outgrow conflicts. It's not an issue. She could actually be angry that you that are my friend, why are you the one giving babe to my ex
She
husband?
could have just
It
spoken
makes
about
sense.
that.
It kind of, when you actually think about it, it's a little petty, but it makes sense that
Yeah,
you're
but
angry
you
about
can't-
it.
You can't talk to your
But
friend.
you didn't have any other way to settle that matter. Even if you wanted to get back at her, it had to be putting, because we're saying this thing off air, and I said, if I know someone that does that, because I feel someone like that can kill.
Definitely.
You
Just
can't-
one step away.
I'm telling you. Now, we're
It's
also
really
not
crazy.
talking about the people that this thing was posted on their WhatsApp group and then they felt it was okay to be sharing it. Are you people
It's just a very mean girl thing to do.
grandparents? Are we in secondary school?
I did not even act like
So
that in
so
secondary
the thing about it is, and I know I said this off air, I'm going to say it now. We abuse the word friend and friendship. It's abused. You think
Yeah,
because
I agree.
you think
I
because
agree.
you are in the same group with someone, or you went to school with someone, or that you hang out with someone, or
Yeah.
you work with someone,
You have
that
to
the
cut-
person is your
you have
friend.
to
Okay,
know
so
who
we
you
have
are- you are
a
with.
few comments quickly. Tolokwe Rogers says maybe she advised her to leave her marriage. That's why she's pissed. Still,
Angulo.
yeah.
That one deal.
See,
It's an angle, Sha.
I get it. It's possible. Like, you had said it that it's very, very possible that she was one that caused. Which, even if you found out that she was, then I don't even think you should be having a conversation. You shouldn't be friends with that person.
You know,
again.
you see, you cannot. I always tell people one thing, eh? You cannot control how people react to things.
Yeah.
I know someone who was dating someone in one polytechnic in Lagos here, and because of a bad breakup, the guy went and made posters with the girl's number. He didn't put a picture, just put a number there, and put one nice picture there and says that call this person for easy
God.
for things and things.
Isn't that juvenile?
That's the height of pettiness.
Isn't that
And
juvenile?
you know the sad part?
That is the height.
You know the sad part?
People call.
People called.
Oh no, man! They will definitely call.
That's still juvenile.
No. Juvenile or not, I'm just saying that you cannot control
Yeah.
how people will react to certain situations.
Yeah, very
So that
true.
woman lashing out is wrong, but thank God that's all she did. Because do you know how far people go? People have gone ahead to pour people acid.
Yep.
People have
Because
gone
at
ahead
the
to
end of the day,
assassinate
the
people.
person that you are
People have
fighting
gone
over
ahead to
is
poison-
no longer your husband.
People have gone ahead to poison people on top this dating matter, on top this boyfriend, girlfriend, husband matter.
Guys, it's not that deep.
Do you know, Sha?
I don't think it's that deep. Like,
It's not that deep.
No,
guys.
you two can sit down here and say it's not deep,
it's not that deep.
But you
I don't
cannot
think it's
you
that deep.
cannot guarantee people's reactions to situations.
I think it's very telling on the life that they've lived.
They don't
because
care. All this one you are speaking is
experienced
grammar.
Something more stressful
Oh,
than
you-
that.
see again. Like someone told me a few years ago that you don't know what you're capable of until you find yourself in certain situations.
No, I get that.
Do you
I
understand?
get the angle.
Yeah.
But
So-
nope.
No,
There are
that's-
some
that's
situations
crazy,
I
oh.
can categorically tell you
so-
I would not.
So you see,
I would
it's not
not.
about you. What? It's not about you. It's not about Dolupo. It's not about me. I'm saying that in situations like this, we can sit down here because we're not directly involved and
Yeah, we're
analyze
just
it.
Speculating.
And that's why I always try to keep an open mind and look at things from many angles because there's always more than one angle to everything. You get? At times, people see something in a certain way and it turns out a different way.
So I get
So
that point.
I'm saying that be glad for your resilience,
That
your
I have
strength,
sense.
your sense, whatever you like to call it. Just be glad that is where you are.
'Cause not
You get?
everybody has
Because
that.
there are people who see things differently.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, in the Bible, someone stole someone's baby, and why? Because her own baby died,
Yeah.
and because she still wants to be a mother, she stole someone's baby that was alive, and there was a fight, and they took them to the king to say, okay, they're both claiming this same child, and the king, knowing what he knew, being very wise, said, you know what? Let's share the baby for them.
Yeah.
And one person said, yes, share it. You know why? The one that said it does not feel any affinity to that child and would rather have that both of them don't have children. Do you get?
Yeah.
But the one that is the mother still feels, you know what? My child will still be alive in the hand of this other person.
Yeah.
Same scenario, same situation, two different reactions. So I always learn from a lot of scenarios. I say, you don't know how people will react. So some people will be like, do you know someone who had a problem in a relationship? She had a problem in her relationship, and in a circle of friends, everybody looked up to her, and she didn't tell anybody that her husband had moved out. She didn't tell anybody, and she was keeping up appearances, but she was destroying everybody's house and home slowly with bad advice.
Anyway,
Do you understand? You never can tell how people will react. And you don't know how far people will go.
I'm talking about people will go as we're out now, because we're actually really out of time. I just wanted to also put it out there, in case you are thinking of doing that. In Nigeria now, it's a crime.
Don't try it though.
It's a crime.
Even posting those nudes alone can send you to jail.
It's actually, she's committed a crime. So even if you want to do any reaction, think about it, that you could land in jail. You could do jail. Just that's just what I wanted to say at this point, because
that man will carry on.
Oh yeah. He has already moved on. That's the point.
The man will carry on.
He has already moved on. It's not even that he will. He has. Anyway, on that note, that is all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Boomba. Do have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead.
Don't share anybody's news.
Don't.